It's January 16, nope, it's June 16, 2025. It's 6:54 in the morning. It's 57 degrees Fahrenheit, 14 degrees Celsius, and I'm going for a walk. You hear all those crickets? I'm going to mail a thing. There's the mailbox. Thank you, postal workers. I'm a little extra tired and a little extra stiff this morning. I played a show last night with my band Gentle Hen, and whenever you play a show, you do a lot of sort of physical activity that you don't normally do. When you think about the actual show where you're standing and stomping or moving around and whatever, not so much. But there's the other stuff you don't think about, like lifting amps and constantly squatting down to pick up cables or adjust effects pedals, and holding the door open in a weird position while you have a speaker in your hand, that kind of stuff. You're just like, it's not normal movements. You kind of feel it the next day, but it's good. It's like, it makes you, I should do more shows just for the exercise, if nothing else. There are lots of roses in the rose garden already. And there's water in the little pool. Oh, and there's fish. Let's see if I can film a fish. Where are you? It's like they hid from me. They hid under the rocks. Over there. I would try harder to show you more goldfish, but the mosquitoes chased me away. I love museums. Just buildings dedicated to having things in it, and people walk around and look at the things. On this weekend, this past weekend, how do you say? On this past weekend, I went to an opening night of an exhibit at the Eric Carle Museum, which is set on the campus of Hampshire College in Amherst, Massachusetts. And Eric Carle Museum is a museum of children's book art. And this exhibit was the artist Grace Lynn, sort of I don't know if you'd call it a retrospective of her career, but it was really interesting, and it was nice. It was like I say, it was opening night, so people were milling around with glasses and hors d'oeuvres and wine, and that like low rumble of conversation in a large room. And the exhibit was great, and then there was a talk in a little theater, and question and answers, that kind of stuff. Made me think I should do things like that more often, because it's just nice. It's kind of inspiring, and it's nice to see other people are interested in art or whatever the subject of the museum is. I'm definitely a fast museum goer, though. I like to I look at a thing and then I'm like, oh, I want to see the next thing, and then I move over to the next thing, and then I go back, and then I want to see the other thing. Sometimes I feel a little guilty about that, like I'm not giving enough attention to the exhibit as I should, but everybody does things differently. Last night at our show in this tiny little venue, Darlings, in East Hampton, I met two people from different parts of the world who I had a connection to because of the internet. People who are aware of me in some way because of things I've posted on the internet. One person was from New Zealand, and they just happened to come to this venue and recognized that there was an internet connection, and then someone else from United Kingdom. And how strange is that? In this little corner of an East Hampton, in a room with maybe 30 people. There's a car coming. It's not a car, it's a school bus. I almost got hit by a school bus. Pink rose special, $25 per dozen. Wow, that rose garden is valuable. One thing you gotta know about Herb, he gardens. Look at this little sports arena. You got a soccer goal or some kind of net goal, basketball net, bowling. I want to go to that Olympic event. There are a couple pallets leaning on this tree if you need a pallet. That's a milkweed. We have a number of milkweed plants. The idea is that they attract butterflies, specifically the monarch butterfly, monarch caterpillar, which turns into the monarch butterfly. But the thing that they don't advertise to you about milkweeds is that they also attract aphids. And aphids leave behind a little residue called honeydew. And ants love honeydew. So ants are all over these milkweeds. I'm not a huge fan of ants. Rabbit. Hello. The desk is still here. I think it's starting to get ruined by the rain. Now nobody's gonna want it. Poor desk. Okay, thanks.